This is, or was, the Ascent Group main metropolis.
Microsoft came over for a visit, basically.
And then they never left. No, that's not fair.
Yeah, they came by and we showed them what we had then, which was very, very early. And they were immediately very excited.
There's no singular point in time or like a cool narrative plot twist of how this happened. We were very we were very fortunate to have them on for a visit. We showed them what we had. They liked it, and then we just kept talking. And
they never stopped liking it.
They never stopped liking it, and we never stopped being excited. And then, well, let's take it all the way.
Having the opportunity to do something next gen is like I get very excited about new hardware. So just having the possibility to be a launch title and get to play with all the new hardware. We are a very tech nerdy team, I would say. We do like push hardware, to push tech. Part of the reasons why we're doing this is because, you know, being this small, we can be very agile. We can adopt new technologies really quickly. We don't have a big turnaround time, you know, with hundreds of people. So we really do want to use the cutting edge technology, cutting edge hardware, because we enjoy it. It's just who we are. The first thing is resolution and frame rate. It's 4K 60 FPS, which in itself is pretty high. And then what else we will be able to use the hardware for, we're still exploring and see what we can do. So we are nowhere close to being able to utilize everything that we hope to. A lot of the things that we are pushing a lot more physics, a lot more interaction. Before we kind of had like a higher bar. This is kind of the highest point we need to aim for. Like, that's fine. We don't really need to go further. And now we're like, oh wait, we can go further. So it allows us to just have more physics interaction, more destruction. It's more of a motivation thing for us to just push it further.
Yeah, and I mean, you've seen the game now, right? And we talk about that feel of the weapons and that response and the feedback. So it's all in making it feel tight. I know tight is as much of a buzzword as it has to be visceral, but it is very true. And the 60 FPS stable in 4K really adds to that. So just being able to push that through on a console is such a huge thing for our game. But we're mostly interested in the stuff that makes the core game better, that makes the entire gaming experience better or cooler or fancier. We're not looking for quirks.
It's a combination of the SSDs and the CPUs. Because, you know, sure, we can have 4K and 60 FPS, you can have more pixels, but more than anything, we'll be able to make more interactable worlds, which, like, that really excites me because, you know, we do like to, you know, for example, blow things up, and we do like to interact with things and have some life in our world, and this just opens up even more possibilities for having, you know, like really interactable and really believable game worlds, which, you know, is what we like to create. So that really excites me about the future. It's going to be, you can make these amazing worlds that you can interact with in like so many more ways than you could before, which is going to be really cool.
I think one of the coolest things with this is that, you know, with prior generation leaps, we've always seen, oh, look at the new graphics, look at the new graphics, look at the new graphics. And, you know, yes, the graphics are going to be better this time as well, but that's not really, for me, where the big leaps are being taken. It's like what you're saying with SSD storage and the data throughput and everything. Like, you don't need to be a tech nerd to be excited about those things, because what they could mean with, hey, there's no such thing as a loading screen, or, you know, the how big a world can be, and like what Tor was saying with how interactable it can be. It's like it's such a cliche, but, you know, there's no limit. Basically, it's like this time the change is for real, and that is just insane. And also worth remembering, this is not Microsoft's first gaming console, and it's not like Microsoft doesn't know how to make software. So they know what they're doing, and it's built to be used by game developers, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you get a weird looking robot octopus and you have no idea what to do with it.
I think one of the big things for smaller teams like us is that there is very few barriers left for when it comes to creative vision. Because if you wanted to make, like, a couple of generations ago, and you wanted to make a relatively nice open world RPG multiplayer. Like, okay, good luck. That's
not possible.
Yeah. Now, like we can, like as an 11-person team, we can make multi-platform, like going from Xbox One, PC, Xbox One X, co-op RPG, which is just ridiculous. And for the next generation, the barriers are gonna be even lower. And just, I think pretty much whatever idea we're gonna have for our next game is gonna be like, yes, we can do that, which is amazing. We don't have to consider so many of the technical hurdles. Once people are making next-gen exclusive titles, we're probably gonna see a pretty huge jump in what you can do. It's just the difference is just mind-blowing. No one has seen what you can do with next gen yet, like at all.
Yeah, and I mean it's becoming a reality now, because as you said, it's like we've seen glimpses, and now it's the de facto. This is it.
Yeah. So once people start building things with that as the bar, it's gonna be crazy.